Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a mock scrape, or how I make my mock scrapes. Well, today I've been wanting to make a scrape down here. I'm down in the bottom of our woods. You can see the stand right there. I hunted it a lot last year and had deer cruising through the woods. Saw a lot of deer down in this spot, but didn't really have deer. A lot of deer came in bow range, but I need to get something. It's pretty thick through here where they can stop. And I just found this branch, big bent over tree, and it's 20 yards from my stand, perfectly broad, like perfectly out in front of the stand. It's a perfect spot to put a scrape. So I'm gonna show you guys how I make my scrapes. And like obviously finding an ideal spot is great. I mean, we actually just had our woods logged like a year and a half ago, and the trees are all down in the middle of our woods and the treetops. And my dad cut a little path through these treetops, and it's leading straight to the stand. So I followed that path, and it leads straight to our stand. And then right here is a perfect spot for a scrape. So once you find a spot like this, is ideal. And then step 2 is finding the right branch. And lately I've been using walnut branches. Walnut branches have been working the best for me. There's just so many branches like pointing out at the same spot. If you find like a nice dead one that's like still pretty well intact, and there's just a ton of branches hanging down at the same spot, that's what we've been using lately. And this will work perfect because it's kind of angling down. First thing I'll do is probably cut a couple branches, set it up, see where I like it, and I'll just show you guys how I go through that process. This is the branch I found. See, just like to hang it down like this. See all the branches kind of coming down at the same exact point. Get it about 4.5, 5 feet off the ground, hanging straight down. Once I find like a good spot, like a good positioning for the scrape that I like, and then I tie it by wire. I got tied off to the branch. I'm gonna tie it in a couple spots to get it positioned where I want it. I got 2 wires tied onto it. It's pretty good, about the height that I want it right now. I'm just gonna throw a couple more on there, just make sure it's secure. And once you get your limb hang up, the next part is making the scrape underneath. And I'll show you how I do that. I usually always just find a stick in the woods. Nice big stick. And I'll come up closer and show you how I do that. So I come about to the end of the limbs where it starts. So about here. And then I get an outline going. So my outline is, I start at the top, it kind of starts more pointy, and I come down toward the bottom and make a big wide, nice and wide at the bottom, but circular, so it kind of looks like a teardrop, like that. And at the bottom, usually I like it like 3 feet. You can make it bigger if you really want to blow it up, but that's about where I have been making mine lately. So kind of get an outline started. Teardrop. Widen out. show you guys what that looks like. So it's straight under the branch, and it's got like a teardrop kind of look. Wider at the bottom, skinnier at the top, right underneath the front of the branches. It's working good. So yeah, we got a nice 20 yards from the stand. We got a nice scrape now. Gets the deer to stop. I'll probably beat up on the scrape at the bottom a little more, get that rail tore up, make sure there's no vegetation underneath. And what also I'll do sometimes, in the past we've always used vines, like we'll hang a vine from a branch or something just to deer. Like a lot of people use ropes. Actually, for the first time, put a couple ropes out a couple weeks ago. Put 2 ropes out on 2 of our scrapes, just try it out. It's a good thing. What I think will work good is using those ropes and putting, if you want to put glands in it, orbital glands, it'll hold it a lot better than these will. But I'm not really worried about that in here. I'm not gonna hang a rope on this one today. But the finishing touch that I usually do to my mock scrapes is I throw a little bit of that orbital gland on. And it's done. Well guys, thanks for watching today's video. How to make a mock scrape, community scrape. I mean, you can make any kind of scrape with this. It's just like, if I was making a community scrape, I'd just make the bottom bigger. Like more deer have been hitting it. Just want to make like a, I mean, most of the time I make my scrapes, like try to duplicate a community scrape. Most of the scrapes around here look like this, big branches. Sometimes in the woods I'll just hang a vine. You get a vine at the right height, they'll hit that and make a scrape under that too. So thank you guys for watching today's video.